We want to welcome you back. You saw it. When they start talking like this about bringing a plan to bring God's law back to America through Billboard campaigns featuring the Ten Commandments, brothers and sisters, they did this 10 years ago. I didn't hear about it, but they're bringing it back again at a time when it's really bad. Brothers and sisters, you don't know what can come out of this. And for this reason, we are asking you. This is the counterfeit movement, brothers and sisters. And now they're talking about 10 commandments in public schools. Look at the video right here. Look at the video.
Okay, Myra.
This is a Christian nation. And yes, we allow everyone to embrace a religion. I think it's wonderful that we bring God back in schools. I think that the Ten Commandments is something great for our children to follow and be raised with. At the same time, this is at the state level. And I believe that the majority of the people in Texas support this. So if in your state, the majority of the people don't support it, that's great. But I don't believe that the federal government should come and tell Texas what to do in Texas.
The Supreme Court differs.
Yeah, there's something else that government should not do, and that's religiously instruct my kid. I'm a big fan of the Ten Commandments. I wear my faith on my sleeve, even on the show that I do. Nothing means more to me than the Bible and God and His Son. That's my business and the church's business. Ten Commandments are great, and as we talked about the air, some of them are great advice for everybody. Don't kill anybody, don't steal stuff, don't commit adultery. But then there's stuff about the Sabbath and the primacy of the God of the Bible, which is a wonderful thing for me to teach my kid. Less so when a government school slaps it on the wall. Now, the problem we have, and I think Myra and a lot of people can tell you all about this, and I think it's why it is popular, is since Madalyn Murray O'Hair, who hated God and the people who worship Him, she was a horrible example of how to make this point. Came in and had all these.
This is a seminal plaintiff in removing prayer from schools.
In 1963,
Right.
exactly. And people said that kicked God out of school. What a middling opinion one must have of God to say that you can kick Him out of a school. I carried Him in with me every time I walked into that building. So ultimately, the problem is that schools have become so radically secularized. We don't teach how devout the Founding Fathers were anymore. They were so mindful of God when they created this country. We don't teach that anymore. You'll find occasional anecdotes where a kid will get suspended for saying grace over lunch or carrying a Bible with him. The reaction to those early 60s rulings was that education had to be radically secularized. That was never true. We should tell every kid how important the Bible is to our history and our culture, but when it comes to telling a kid this is what you should believe, that crosses a line.
I'm a public school parent. I think it's totally
I really appreciate that because we know that this is going to be an issue when it comes to the Sabbath.
appropriate for schools to be teaching values about kindness and fairness and goodness. But I was also taught in my own public school as an immigrant to this country that this country was founded on religious freedom and people coming over here to be able to pray in the way that they desired, and that's from different faiths. That we should not have. We shouldn't get rid of this principle of church and state that I was also raised with, thinking, look, it's great to have values, it's great to bring them with you, and it's great to teach those to our kids, but they shouldn't be centered around one faith in a country that has tremendous diversity, including people who may not have a faith at all. I mean, if you look at the numbers, atheism is actually rising, I think, relative to any other religiosity here in this country.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go.
All right. And so, brothers and sisters, you see that this is an issue being talked on both sides. And you know where we stand at. And we just need to remind you again, we need you to support the Sunday Law Billboard campaign. Why? Ellen White says that we are to bear the third angel's message to the world, warning men against the worship of the beast and his image and directing them to take their stands in the ranks of those who keep the commandments of God and the faith of Jesus. Brothers and sisters, that's a divine mandate from God. And brothers and sisters, we need your help with this national. We're already working with we're working with 3 national billboard companies now to get this message out all over the United States. We need you to counteract this 10 Commandments billboard campaign. Not that we don't believe in the 10 Commandments. We believe in the 10 Commandments. It's the interpretation of the fourth when spiritualism gets involved, when the devil comes as Christ and the devil comes as our dead loved ones all over the world to tell people that we need to keep the fourth commandment as Sunday and not Saturday. Brothers and sisters, you don't know where this is headed. And brothers and sisters, we need your help. Our goal is $1 million for the Billboard campaign, evangelism, everything we try to do this year, go to projectlatterrain.org. You can Zelle, you can Cash App, and you can go to our page and get the information, or you could just mail it, brothers and sisters. And for those of you that need a donation, a receipt, let us know. We'll send it to you. Brothers and sisters, we're seeking $1,000,000. Somebody has it. Because, brothers and sisters, let me tell you this. You got these billboards out. Don't believe in God. They got billboards on atheism. And you saw they got other kinds of billboards out. We're fighting against, you know what we're fighting against? We're fighting against this, brother. You're the billboards that we're putting out every month, that Project Latter Rain is purchasing every month. The contracts that are being signed right now, brothers and sisters. And I have right here, I got a contract that I just signed for Houston, Texas. Do you understand what I'm talking about? This thing is real. And we've been having some trouble with this, getting this billboard, but not because of the people. It's just some glitches and stuff. But brothers and sisters, everything is fixed. This billboard is going out. We're fighting against this so nobody in Houston will worship the devil in the last days in the form of Sunday worship. We're trying to get people not to go to hell. Do you understand this? We're getting people not to worship him. Do you understand this? This is what we believe as Seventh-day Adventists. And brothers and sisters, it's time to get the message out. The LGBT got their billboards out. They have a right to do whatever they want in this country. But what happens is when it comes to God's people, we are slow on doing what's right and then criticize those who are trying to get the message out. And right here, the Pope says, let's all come together as one. All the religions coming together. And brothers and sisters, but you know what? We're not waiting for no man to tell us to do what's right. We just going to do right because God has told us exactly what's getting ready to come down the pipeline. Brothers and sisters, the reason why we're putting these billboards is so that people can receive the seal of God. That's the reason why. That's the reason why. And to stop worshiping on the first day of the week, which will be the mark of the beast. And brothers and sisters, it's going to come when the national Sunday law is enforced. So brothers and sisters, you know where to go to. You know what to do, brothers and sisters. You saw that. They're trying to have a plan to bring God's law back to America. And if it's successful this time, then we're going to see an agitation for a Sunday law. Oh, we know where this is headed. We know where this is headed. God has already told us. We don't have to guesstimate on this. We just need to be faithful. So brothers and sisters, support this billboard campaign, and God bless you. From Project Latter Rain. God bless you.